everybody. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Eric. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I mean, as wonderful as I can do with a movie camera, Steve.
You'll never guess what happened.
When?
You were ruin the surprise if I tell you. Nicole Franzel won a competition.
Okay, how do you feel about that, Steve? Uh-oh.
First of all, my camera doesn't appear to like it.
Yep, you talked about Nicole Franzel. Big mistake.
I'm excited to see something different going on instead of the same old people every week. How about that?
I am as well. And you know what else I'm excited about? Not speaking of the same old people, Steve. I'm excited for all the new people that are watching us on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and Twitter and YouNow. And of course in TVCo, which Steve and I have the TVCo app open right in front of us. So make sure that you guys like and share and subscribe and do all the fun things wherever you are watching this.
Woot!
Oh, Steve, I feel like you're distracted.
I'm getting in the TVCo app.
You're getting in the TVCo app. Then you would see that Jenny says hello, and Miss Mancougar and Michelle69 and ZZ are all saying hello to us.
I'm going to mute for a sec so it doesn't feed back.
Steve.
Eric's so done with me. We're 2 minutes into the show. Oh, this will be fun.
Oh, I'm never done with you, Steve. I'm excited. I want to hear what you think about Nicole Franzel winning a comp this week. 2 comps this week. I mean, technically it's our spoiler show, so we can talk about spoilers. We can talk about anything we want on this show. And of course, if you guys have any questions wherever you are watching, you can go ahead and put your questions. I can see all the chats everywhere. So if there's something you want Steve and I to talk about or a specific thing that you want our opinion on, go ahead and leave them. Because this show's all about you guys. But yes, what are your thoughts, Steve, on Nicole HOH, on her nominating Christmas and Memphis? Why don't we start there?
Depends. Where is the vote currently in your eyes? Because I know what we're supposed to be thinking, and I don't know what
I will say.
What's your thought on the vote?
Well, the vote is, as of this moment, unless it has changed in the past few hours, that Memphis is the one who is going, and that they are not telling him he is the one that is going, which is why he's walking around so pompous.
I'm afraid he's just sealing his fate the more and more he Memphises.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm even more fearful he's going to be the definition of a bitter juror.
Oh, 100%. I don't know what CBS needs from me. I will give you my firstborn. There is whatever they want. I want a camera crew on Memphis from the moment he is evicted until he makes it into the house. And then I want live feeds just on Memphis in that jury house. The fact that we're going to be denied the Memphis meltdown is ridiculous.
It's going to be an interesting show. The eviction is going to be a fascinating little animal.
Sure, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fascinating. But I mean, it's also going to only be 2 minutes and then that's it.
They could make a nice jury segment out of that.
Well, what I'm hoping is then that on the Monday show, we will get more like if he's flipping out on the commercial break, or I don't know, why would he even be flipping out on the commercial break? I see Erin in TVCo chat says he'll be on his knees crying, Dan, why have you forsaken me? Okay, Steve, I need some help.
Okay.
I know that I want people's questions from everywhere, but just 1 second, because obviously I'm going to have to do the exit press interviews with Memphis tomorrow. And I'm trying to work out the questions and figure out what is going to be the best questions to ask him course, I say that, and now the questions aren't loading or syncing for me. But here's one. Tell me what you think of this one. Memphis. What is it like being the only person in 22 seasons to make it to the final 2 and never receive one jury vote?
Are you interested in shading him or getting information from him?
I'm just asking what you think of my question. How about this? Memphis,
it's inaccurate because of Celebrity 2.
We don't count Celebrity as a real season. How about this one? Memphis, you say that you came into this game to defend your legacy and make power moves. Can you please explain to me how getting out Nicole, Anthony, and David were power moves?
He hated David. I still don't get that Memphis-David rivalry. That came out of such flipping nowhere.
Oh, I think it's pretty black and white.
But why David? Over, say, the other people of color that Memphis didn't hate on nearly as much.
Oh, I think he did. I don't think he...
Memphis was nastier to David than the other people of color.
Sure, but I also think Memphis likes to go after people that he feels he can intimidate. It's why he mocks Ian and nerds and gamers last night on the just out of blue, nowhere. I feel like Memphis last night was like, oh, I haven't offended anybody lately. Hey, all you nerd losers up late playing games, get off your computer and do something real. Oh, just pull that little nugget out of your brain from. Like, oh, just decided to just mock people watching the feeds right now for no reason. That's when he's busy not, how do we say...
What?
Getting Christmas to be happy?
Why is Memphis thinking?
He's the worst, Steve.
I was so excited for Memphis this year.
Really?
People, oh my gosh, I loved him on 10. I thought people slept on him just because Dan stole the spotlight, and I'm like, the two people, Steven, who had no idea what the amount of pre-gaming that was going on for this season, the two people I was really hot and excited to see were Kevin and Memphis.
Okay, I was definitely...
And I got a big slice of humble pie.
I mean, did you not remember Memphis's first season?
He was fantastic.
Okay.
He played a phenomenal game. I loved his season 10 game.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry. The TV Co chat is cracking me up. They said Memphis touching Christmas's mistletoe.
That didn't happen, people.
Oh, Steve, it happened.
I watched the video. They did not kiss. I am sorry.
Oh, Steve, we're not talking about the kiss. Maybe we're talking about a mouth hug. But we're not talking about the kiss.
The mouth hug?
How do you say Christmas decided she needed to do a little bit of self-love and she needed Memphis's help, Steve?
Can you please be more specific?
That's about as specific as I'm willing to get with two people I don't care for.
Were their hands going in places?
I think there were. How about this? She was busy, as Erin says in chat, sucking the stripes off the candy cane.
What? All I saw was the kiss argument.
No, I believe they just, each of them together decided to go to their happy places at the same time with each other.
Oh, okay, that's NSFW.
That is, oh my God, I want to puke my brains out.
Christmas in Memphis. We have America's sweethearts right there.
And I believe her name is Anjean in the chat says they took the matters into their own hands.
Yes, Anjean.
And here's the thing, and this is only going to be my one serious note for a fun Steve show. Seriously, people that are attacking Memphis's girlfriend, you guys need to relax yourself. She has nothing to do with this. This is ridiculous. Like, people are making fun of her, posting her pictures, because she apparently, like, removed all of their, like, she pulled all their stuff off social media. But then there's people like reposting it and her photos and where her social medias are and following her and haha, you're like, then, there's those people doing that. But then there's also the children that are like, haha, he broke up with you or he's cheating on you. And Ash, just like, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop
don't
it.
pick on families.
Yeah, they're not getting paid for this.
Memphis signed up for it. Memphis's girlfriend did not.
Exactly. So I don't like that. But anyway, back to our fun. Yeah. So what do you think?
For fans who just said, yeah, no, this is the first time hearing of any shenanigans besides the supposed kiss, which was not a kiss. I have some Twitter video searching to do.
You don't have to Twitter video search. I can send you it. You can check out our beat. I think what you meant to say was, and forgive Steve, everyone, he hit his head before this show. What Steve meant to say was he'll just look at the BB22 live feeds account on Twitter where the clips are. Or I can just send them to you. Our 24/7 live feed updaters. Steve, I cannot believe I'm... okay, yes. People would like to know, Steve... here we go. I'll do it this way. Did you ever take matters into your own hands when you were in the Big Brother house? Wow, Steve. Way to go, buddy.
Your head goes a different way. In the house, it wasn't even difficult.
Really?
Mm-mm.
My head would go the same way regardless of where I am.
I will say I was nervous about it. And it was a complete non-issue.
You had a lot of pretty people on your season. I'm trying to think for me, who played with you? Oh, you had... Oh, yeah.
That Austin guy.
No, you had what's-his-face? Oh, my God. Not Shelly. No.
Clay?
Yes, Clay was your season, wasn't he?
Yeah, you said Shelly and Clay.
Yeah, because I couldn't remember the other part of Clay. But, I would have had a big problem. I would have to take a lot of showers.
My head went a different way. I thought it would be, and it wasn't.
Wow, interesting. Very, very interesting, Steve. Okay, so... that is the live feed drama. That is literally all you people missed. It is all anybody is talking about. I would love to tell you that other things are happening on the live feeds. They're really not. They're not really talking game because they plan on blindsiding Memphis. That's still the plan for this moment. And then all of Twitter was dry heaving because there was that whole self-love incident that happened the other day.
Oh, yes, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
And you're really not. You are not at all.
Okay. Oh, I'm probably going to open it and nope out of it real quick.
Well, now, let me ask...
I will yeet out of it real quick. I'm sorry.
You're going to lot of something out of it.
There will be yeeting happening.
I don't know that I can handle that when you say yeeting. How do you know what yeeting is?
Well, I'll yeet out of it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to use the word yeet. It seems appropriate.
It is appropriate. I'm just confused as how you understand the yeeting term.
My understanding, it means whatever you want it to mean.
No, that is not true, Steve.
You can't really use the word yeet incorrectly.
You kind of can. It's more of a gaming term for throwing someone off something.
Okay, so I'm going to yeet you off your game by asking bad questions.
Yeah.
I'm going to yeet you off your game by using the word yeet incorrectly.
You're probably making Memphis really mad somewhere right now. He's probably getting
well, that's because I'm a nerd at home who's supposed to be out having fun. Something to that effect?
Yeah.
I'm probably in the audience of people. Whatever this Memphis said, I'm probably in the audience he was directing it at.
Okay, Steve. Here is another, before we get into like the questions that people are sending in, and I am seeing them, and we're just holding them for a minute, but I see them. Keep them coming. Nicole and I had a disagreement about this last night. So we also know that Nicole Frenzel won the BB Comics POV, and she decided not to use the POV and keep the noms the same. Now, well, I don't want to lead the witness. So, keeping noms the same, do you think that's a good move on her part or not a good part, Steve? Then I'll tell you what I think. Oh, okay. Really? I did not either.
I don't like her targeting Memphis.
Why?
Because her ride or die is Cody.
Mm-hmm.
And Cody split between her and Enzo. I really feel like she would.
So wait, you're saying you feel that Cody would take Enzo over her?
Maybe. I don't know. But I think Enzo's the only threat for that to be the case.
I mean, I would disagree with you in the sense that if Memphis or Christmas were to get HOH, I think we know Nicole and Cody would be targets. I do not think if Enzo won HOH, they would be targets.
But HOH doesn't matter.
No, POV is all that matters. I agree. POV is all that matters.
And I'm just thinking, to have your one person who you're with is a really valuable thing. And Nicole doesn't have that because of Enzo.
I think this is the case if you don't watch enough of the live feeds. She's very close with Cody. I would say she's closer with Cody than Enzo, but also to your point.
No, I'm sorry. You're saying Cody's closer with Nicole than with Enzo?
Yes.
Okay.
100%. And, well, I mean, let's see. Let's see if the chats agree with me here or disagree with me, but I feel that she is. But let me also then ask you this, based on that logic. If we're saying HOH doesn't matter and only POV matters, I'm assuming you're saying she should take out Enzo, not Memphis. Enzo hasn't won a thing.
Yes, he has.
Always won one HOH. Yes, sure.
And the one veto.
Great. He's won 2 things. Why would she not take out a comp beast?
Because if she doesn't win, Enzo's going to be someone who's taken over her. It depends on how you prioritize it. If Nicole's trying to maximize her odds of just winning the comps in the first place, then yeah, you take out Memphis. He's won everything. But my brain likes to lean towards not needing the competition,
right,
as opposed to helping you win the competition. And I'm trying to think about scenarios of who could be voting, who's going on the block.
Okay.
So it depends on what your priority. If your priority is just maximizing your odds of winning the competition, then yeah, get rid of Memphis. If she's thinking about who's my biggest threat for Final Four POV, then yeah, she's doing it right.
I think
except for Cody winning. Cody winning it is fine because Cody's going to keep Nicole Franzel every day, right. Except for possibly Enzo. But I don't know. My head doesn't go that way. My head just more goes into worst case scenario. Do I have the votes? That's just how I approach game. I always think about votes more than I think about competitions.
Got you. I hear what you're saying.
Which I suppose is a rule that breaks down in Final Four because you get from 4 to 3. There. Yeah, to get from 4 to 3, 2 of the 3 spots to get there is a comp win. So that you can make the argument for the opposite. And I'm changing my mind.
Thank you.
I'm changing my mind
because who was right?
Nicole Anthony.
No, me. She also took the opposite stance, and everyone should just agree that I'm always right. I know everyone thinks I'm dumb and don't get what's going on, but I do. Okay.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
But here is why I'm dumb, Steve. Can you help explain this to me? Endorsed. I was just gonna say endorsed over on
yes,
Twitch.
Nicole Anthony. I know you're right.
Mm-hmm. On
Nicole
Twitch,
said I'm right. I'm agreeing with her on Twitch.
She did not. This question from Twitch is, did Steve pick up on Nicole's letter telling her to take Cody and Christmas? Victor wrote he broke his toe and that he became a football coach. Oh, okay, I get it. So I think they're saying Christmas broke her foot and he's now a football coach and Cody's a soccer coach, I guess. So is they saying that's him trying to say that's who she should take? Why? No, Steve. Tell me why.
They change letters too much. Unfortunately, the letter I got from my mom got lost in the hide and seek BOV, but I did come home with my dad's letter and my sister's letter, and we compared what I got in the house to what they sent to production, and they weren't matches. I think they changed too much to get code.
Here's the thing, Steve.
Uh-oh.
I think this is just an Eric theory.
Eric theories usually tend to be pretty good.
Yeah, I would go with them. Let's say that you are somebody that is falling into power, that they would like to continue on your power streak. I then think they give you a letter completely unchanged. If you are a person that perhaps they don't want to go further in the game, I think then they might change up your letter so that there can be no code in there to help you.
Well, they definitely weren't rooting for me, a la the edit. Who do you think production's rooting for this season?
I think they want a Cody and Nicole final two. And they want Cody to be the deciding factor of who he brings, whether it be Nicole and Enzo, Nicole and Christmas, Nicole and whoever. But they want Cody to pick Nicole Frenzel, and then they want Cody to win.
So that would help their narrative if that's what they want for Memphis and Christmas to go.
I agree.
Okay.
I definitely agree.
Betting with Eric is usually pretty safe as long as it's with Nicole Anthony.
As long as what's with Nicole Anthony?
Betting with Eric is safe as long as Nicole Anthony agrees with Eric.
I don't know. She's wrong a lot as well. Nicole Planet Junebug says Nicole has no resume to speak of this season. So for her to backdoor Cody would skyrocket her credibility with the jury. But now she will very likely be fourth to leave. This was the other thing I was going to ask you. I completely agree with this, and I've been saying this as well. She needed to backdoor Cody this week, or next week. I mean, next week's her last chance to do it. But no, she can't do it next week. That's why I said this week. She can't do it next week because she can't be HOH.
She can win the veto.
Sure, she could win veto.
She needs people to take her to final two. That's the problem.
I just think she has no way to win this season. Like, I don't care who Nicole Frenzel is sitting next to. Maybe Christmas, and that's a big maybe. I see zero way Nicole Frenzel wins the season.
There was zero way Nicole Frenzel won the season once Ian got evicted.
Oh, no, I think it is all Devon, which is the reason she has no chance to win. I think Devon will make sure that jury does not vote for Nicole Frenzel.
Oh, for Nicole.
She made it very clear when she walked out that door and she looked at Nicole and went, you lied to me? I'm going to make sure that you do not win this game. And believe me, when Devon preaches, I am at the Church of Devon. Nicole Frenzel is not winning this game. Devon's going to make sure of it.
It's weird because we're in a season with so many jury goats.
Mm-hmm.
Like Christmas is someone who can never win a jury vote, and Memphis is someone who can never win a jury vote, and Nicole is being the winner is teetering on never being able to win a jury vote. The only two people I'm like, wow, this person doesn't have a zero chance of winning a jury vote is Enzo and Cody, which is less than half the house.
I now see, I just realized, I was like, wow, because my phone has been having issues, so my TV Co chat wasn't moving, and I was like, wow, that's weird that people weren't talking in TV Co, and then I realized I redid it. Oh, it moved, and Nicole really is in there. Hello, Nicole. I thought Steve was just screwing with me.
I don't lie. I would never lie to you, Eric.
Mm-hmm. So, Steve.
Eric.
Who do you want to see? I see a lot of people asking, who does Steve want to see as the final two? Not who do you want to win, just who do you want to see in the final two chairs?
Cody and I don't care.
Okay, so then for you, Cody is hands down playing the best game this season.
Yes. Maybe Cody and Enzo.
Okay, let me ask you this now about Enzo. This is another hot topic that you can weigh on. There are some people out there that are frustrated by the fact that Enzo can just blatantly throw an HOH competition, that he feels so good in his position in this house that right in front of the four people that all know their games are on the line, if they lose, he can just be like, I don't care, I can't even get one ball to stay on. Is that good gameplay, Steve, or is that bad gameplay?
I don't mind it. Final 5 HOH is a weird one. I'm a big fan of Final 4, Final 3, and whoever wins Final 5 HOH is automatically banking on the Final 4 veto.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind throwing Final 5 HOH.
Okay.
I'm a bigger fan of being Final 6 HOH, so you can't even play Final 5 HOH personally.
Yeah, I agree with that. Question from Maximus' mom over in TV Co chat. She says, Steve, after a lot of research, I have come to the conclusion that you are Enzo's foot stalker. Care to comment?
Foot stalker?
I'm guessing you didn't watch the last episode?
I'm blanking.
On the last episode, there was an entire segment about how Enzo has a foot stalker and has had one for 10 years.
The nomination episode?
Yes, the last episode, Steve. It was
filled with
things like Enzo has a foot stalker, Christmas and Enzo walk into the bathroom on each other, things Victor is doing outside of the house. Just a whole lot of nothing on the last episode. But yeah, there was a foot stalker segment.
I must have fast forwarded because I was getting disinterested.
Okay, well, sorry,
I remember the following is over the bathroom. So wait, what's the foot stalker business?
For the last 10 years, Enzo apparently has a foot stalker, which again, and I say this, I wish I had a foot stalker. That's good money, Steve. When Nicole, there's an entire webpage devoted to Nicole's feet. I tried to appeal to those people. We can raise money for our shows. Hello, Nicole foot fetish people, slide into my DMs. I'm with her a lot. I get you a lot of pictures.
I just Googled foot stalker and I regret it. I'm going to X out of this. I'm going to yeet out of this page.
Oh, God. Oh, the Twitch people are loving you, Steve.
That would be why I didn't. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
so
not
anyway,
comment on any of that.
It was obviously just a joke. She does not really think that you're the Enzo foot stalker.
God, I've never. Okay, yeah. No. Next question.
Sean, I don't know. Now I'm starting to think you are the foot stalker.
Maybe I am.
I don't know. You're trying to deflect the foot stalker conversation. It's very interesting. Enzo should have tried getting paid for those picks. I think it's pretty clear he does. And in all honesty, I think production knows that Enzo doesn't have a chance to win this game, and they were like, here's a little gift for you, buddy. You can keep that whole foot picture business going. We're putting it on national television for you. Those people pay a lot, Steve. Like, a lot.
I am very uncomfortable right now.
All right, well then let's switch the subject, Steve. How hard is it not to walk in on someone in the bathroom in the Big Brother house? And do you think that Enzo enjoys it, which is why it keeps happening to him so much?
It's easy to not do, but you have to pay some attention, and I'm not convinced Enzo does.
No, I think he likes it.
I wouldn't go as far as to say he likes it.
There's a big giant plaque on the door that you can turn around and be like, in use.
No one uses it.
Everyone has
No
used
one.
it. Everyone.
On my season, no one used it but me. I'm going to reference my season. I'll be honest, I have not paid attention on other seasons whether or not people have used that. On my season, here's a complete list of who used that sign.
Okay.
Me. Have they been good about it this year?
I don't know. I feel like it's big. Okay, here we go. Nicole Anthony in the chat says, and Steve is right, people don't use it. Lies. Sam Smith said that everyone used it on their season and that it's really easy.
I didn't say it's not really easy. Just because it's easy doesn't mean people do it.
I don't know. Maybe I just have like this giant phobia where like I could go into a public bathroom and if there is literally one other person in there, I cannot use the bathroom. The bathroom is half the reason I could never play Big Brother. And I don't know how these people are like, okay, I'm just going to stand here. There's a camera aimed at me. And at any moment, someone could just walk in. Oh, and everyone's sitting on the couches. If I played Big Brother and I had to go to the bathroom, I would literally be like, gonna need you all to go somewhere else. I don't need you hearing me pee. I would be like voted out first, right?
I will say there's always a person on the first day or two who forgets they have their so I'm sure everyone knows you wear a mic, and
Yeah.
most people most often usually like leave their mic on the couch in the bathroom when they go use the toilet. But it's always delightfully fantastic when someone brings in their mic with them.
No, as a live feed watcher, we do not enjoy when people bring their mic in there, Steve, at all.
Oh, you're speaking for yourself.
I'm speaking for everyone that watches well, maybe I guess that's not true. Might go hand in hand with the foot fetish people. There was I see people also asking, Steve, were you asked to play? Were you asked to play All Stars this season, Steve?
I'm not playing again.
$1 million.
The chances of me winning a second time are 0.
No, I didn't say that you had to win. I just said I know that you say you never play again. So they're offering you $100,000 just to go back and play. Are you playing?
$100,000.
$100,000 just to walk through the door.
If I get that post-tax, I would do that.
Okay. Well, it was a trick. They were paying you in Monopoly money. You agreed you have to go back.
I'll just throw my mic in the pool.
Does that get you kicked out these days?
She got Shima kicked out.
You're white. Why not play again? It's fan service. Weren't you a fan? Steve says Drip, who, by the way, kept saying earlier that he's a huge Steve fan. Oh my God, I love Steve so much.
Hello. No, I'm not. I missed the question in there. I was too busy fanning on Drip. It doesn't matter. I'm not playing again. It's just a big no. The circumstances you put around it don't matter.
Okay. All right. So Steve's never playing again. There we go. We have it. Steve is never, ever playing this game again. Okay. Back to your final two. So you said Cody and you don't care whoever else. So in the
Enzo.
Well, let me ask you this. Is there anybody that you think poses a threat sitting next to Cody in the final two? Or do you think Cody wins regardless, no matter who is really?
I do. I think people are going to respect it.
Okay.
I don't think anyone's mad at him either. Like Nicole has enemies. Some people are probably going to crap on Enzo's game. People are going to crap on Nicole's game. Christmas is Christmas. I think Cody beats everyone.
I agree. I think Cody beats everyone. And I have to also say, to that same point, it is interesting how Cody made it through the season and 3 HOHs, right? I believe he had 3 HOHs. Yep. And he really got out of those without really making any enemies other than Kevin.
Because he was the top of the totem pole. He can do whatever he wants. He's Cody.
Yeah, but Memphis is at the top of the totem pole, so why is a Memphis...
Memphis is at the top of his own totem pole.
I would say he's at the top of the Alliance totem
People
pole.
Don't like him.
Right, that's my question. So why is a Cody liked and respected, and Memphis basically has the same exact resume? So what is it that's making one liked and the other one not?
Social game. Memphis is a pompous asshole.
Right, I agree.
Cody practiced basic human decency. That goes a long way. Speaking of Memphis and being a pompous asshole, I think the one that sticks with me is I think it was Jerry when he made his jury vote speech in Big Brother 10 is like, no.
Douchebag.
No, Jerry was like, I'm basing my vote based on kindness.
Yeah, and didn't he call him? Go ahead.
Like Jerry said he's basing his vote as kindness. I remember Rennie had a fantastic jury speech, and she was like, a good morning, a hello, a thank you, and that's at least according to what they said when they put their Dan's key in the box. Why both Jerry and Rennie voted for Dan?
100%. And then wasn't Jerry the one that called him a douchebag, and then he like lost his mind?
Womanizer.
Well, same thing.
Yes.
Dana143 says, yep, Cody wins no matter who he is next to, and I don't get why Nicole is so okay with just conceding to second place. She knows she can't beat him, but says she doesn't care. She just wants final 2 with him. It makes 0 sense. I do agree with
people tend to have inflated egos on how they're going to do with the jury.
She seems to want to bank a large portion of her game on the fact that she sat on the block next to David and stayed, and she thinks that is this great resume builder.
I would say it is.
My biggest issue with Nicole Frenzel in this game is I personally, and I like 100%, I have watched less feeds than I do normally now, but I was watching them religiously. I did not see Nicole really take in what Devon said to her on the way out. Now, granted, I know there's nothing she can really do about it. Maybe she just doesn't want to keep bringing it up because she's concerned about live feeders or the real world effects of it all. But if I was Nicole, I don't know how I would be sitting there thinking anything other than the last thing the first juror said to me was, I'm going to poison that jury against you. And you were on the season. You've been playing this with Bailey, with Tyler, who Bailey has said, I made sure that jury would not give the win to Tyler. Tyler has told his version of that story. You have seen it happen in seasons past. Like, I don't know why she's just so fine with that.
Well, Bailey didn't poison the jury. It was just Bailey's vote was the one that made the difference.
Bailey said on the live feeds that everyone in the jury was her friends, and her friends asked her who to vote for, and she told them not Tyler. Whether that's true or, I mean, that's Bailey's version of what she's, I mean, we don't know that that's...
I wasn't in the Big Brother 20 jury house, but I would be surprised if it was any more than her own vote. People have always threatened to poison. Austin threatened to poison my jury against Vanessa, and I don't think he would have had any pull in doing that.
But people liked Bailey. That those people were her friends. Like, I could see Rockstar at that time being like, okay, if that's what you tell me I should do. I mean, Rockstar didn't know a thing about Big Brother. And Bailey seemingly knew more. I could see her being like, okay, kind of, not really the same thing with Scotty, but yeah. I just don't get why she's not more concerned with it. And from somebody that played with Derek, and she claims like to respect Derek's game so much and all of that, one of the things that Derek was really good about was if he knew that there was an issue with his game in jury, he made sure the person going into jury fought that battle for him. So I don't understand why Nicole hasn't been talking to these people before they're going in and being like, please smooth this over for Devon with me and, explain to her this and that it's Danny. Or maybe she thinks incorrectly that Danny is doing that for her and is probably going to be surprised to find out she's not. Because Danny could take credit for that vote flip real easy. Danny could take all the pressure off Nicole by just telling Devon and jury, that was my idea. I forced her to go along with it.
Danny's not going to do that.
No, Danny's not going to do it. I also don't think it would take all the pressure because I think Devon will still hold on to, I asked you to your face personally and you lied to me. So, but I mean, finding out Danny was a part of it, whatever. Does Steve know about the pregame? They cheated on BB18 with James, Natalie, Paulie, and Nicole. They cheated on BB22. I find this horrific. I'm pretty sure the BB18 cheating has been disproven.
You mean pre-gaming?
Pre-game. The whole thing where, like, Paulie... It was known that Paulie was Cody's brother or something, and then they claimed that they knew that ahead of time because I think Tiffany Russo said something about it, but then, I don't know, then Tiffany Russo, like, retracted it all and said she was wrong. I don't remember. I don't care about
I'm not familiar with that story at all.
I don't either. I mean, I
would love to see Tiffany again, though.
I would love to see Tiffany again. I agree with that.
Tiffany and Vanessa again on the same season.
Miss Van Cougar in TV Co Chat says, I think she knows she's screwed up and she's just happy with second place. Okay. I mean, I guess the more airtime you have, the better. I was going to say, then why not just go out now? Like, you're not really getting that much more money. Like, go have a nice vacation and decompress instead of going.
I think we know Nicole likes TV time.
Do you?
Yes. Nicole likes TV.
She wants to win. I think she wants to win as well, but I think
she also highly values followers and Instagram and attention and TV time.
I see they will vote for each other and split the money anyway. I don't know that that's as easy to do. I see a lot of people saying that. I don't think it is easy for them to split the money. Like if they had that agreement ahead of time, I don't know how easy that would be for them to really get away with that. But sure, I guess they could.
You're putting a lot of trust in Cody.
Yeah, I don't think I would believe anybody that would tell me I'm splitting the money with you even Nicole. All right, no, that's not true.
Unless they're like a blood relative or something to that effect.
Yeah, I feel like I would believe Nicole if she told me we'll split it if we won. I feel like I would believe you.
That'd be a mistake.
You'd stab me in the back, Steve?
No, I would totally keep your deal. Wink.
Wow, okay, get out Steve on that future.
Good thing we're not playing together.
I don't think that she knows she screwed up. She made the very choice to propel Cody further ahead of her own game and to her own detriment. I really don't get it. I think Nicole Frenzel does not have enough confidence in herself. I think we saw in that triple eviction when she fell down on the floor and was all like, oh God, I was so close to going and blah, 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 blah. And I think in this game, and I'm not even saying it's necessarily a bad thing, I think she doesn't have enough self-confidence in herself, and she believes that she needs a guy or someone like a Cody in order to help her do well in the game. She does not have the self-confidence to stand on her own. And honestly, it is a shame because I do think that she does. I think she could. Yeah. Go ahead.
There's something to be said for having that bond from someone outside the house. There's something to be said for it. There's something to be said. The bonds I made at finals, I never forgot, and the bonds was just silently sitting next to people.
Oh, 100%. But I don't know why anybody's confused about that either. They're friends. I don't know why people are acting like they're not friends. I don't know people why are acting like they don't talk to each other. We heard Cody on the feed say that their parents are best friends, like Cody's mom and Nicole's mom are really good friends. But and I'm not even saying that in a bad way. Obviously, they would be. Those families would have bonded during their first season. They, I'm sure, remained friends. This part isn't a mystery to me. The part that's a mystery to me is why time after time, wall yeller after wall yeller, clue after clue, nobody really tried to break them up when they had the chance.
Because it was easier not to?
Because it was easier not to. Now, that's right. I see people telling me to ask Steve if he saw. Steve, are you aware now that the wall yellers have moved to the jury house?
No.
Yeah, somebody posted their letter that they got, and then it was removed from the internet, removed from Twitter almost 20 minutes later. But they posted a letter they got from CBS Legal, and it outlines the things that they did and asking them to comply. Otherwise, more legal action will be taken. But one of the things listed is you followed the jurors you stalked the jurors to jury house, then provided to scream at them and production with an attempt to influence the game on the jury property or whatever. So they have moved to the jury house, Steve.
Wow. That's why they move jury house every year or every 2 years or something like that.
Do you think that I guess you wouldn't know, but what do you think? Would it affect your decision if you're just chilling out in the backyard of jury house and you hear somebody screaming? Blah,
definitely
blah,
not
blah.
in jury. Definitely not in jury, because let's say someone was lying to me and I got played and I was being played and I didn't know it. I'd want to vote for that person who's playing me.
Okay, so you are an Ian.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to make something up. Let's say I played Big Brother 16 and Derek made a final 2 with me. And I fell hook, line, and sinker for Derek's final 2, and I walked out of the house super loyal to Derek. And then it's a complete lie. I'd still vote for him. I'd vote for him for getting me.
Okay. I mean,
for example, if Vanessa, I was ready, I thought Vanessa would take me and I was wrong, but in the event that Vanessa won Final H and cut me, I was ready to vote for her for that exact reason.
I mean, that makes sense. Did Vanessa vote for you?
Nope.
No. Well,
but I would, if she won and cut me, I had already pre-decided that in the event Vanessa won and cut me, I was going to vote for her. I had made that decision.
I mean, do we really know, Steve?
Yeah, I don't think I would have been too nervous to change my mind in the moment.
You think?
I would have wanted to secure the decision I already made.
A titch anger that you got cut?
Well, would have been.
Was she lying? Was she telling you she was taking you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was telling her I was taking her.
Right.
We were both lying to each other. We both successfully conned each other.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. It's very interesting. Does Steve think that Cody is the actual dumbest human alive for taking Derek? Especially, and they're asking that to you as someone who knew to cut Vanessa.
I don't. I think Derek was just that good.
Okay.
I think Derek successfully sold a bill of goods to Cody that Cody would beat him. That Cody would win. But you get to keep your word and you get to win. And you don't be a backstabbing liar.
But it was Vanessa, right? Not Vanessa. Victoria was the other choice, right?
Yep.
I don't know. I still say he had to have known it was a guaranteed win, and who cares if you lose one vote from Derek? Well, it doesn't matter. He's getting all the money back this year. We never have to have this conversation again. What would a bitter jury do, says Katina Steam. What do we think of, how do we think a bitter jury would vote this season? Or just let me ask you, do you think you were one of the people on social media at the beginning of this season saying that you thought it would be a bitter jury, didn't you?
I said the opposite.
You said you thought it would not be a bitter jury. So do you still hold that viewpoint? It's not going to be a bitter jury.
Depends on who's there. No one's going to be bitter against Cody. I don't think anyone can be bitter against Enzo. I think the bitterness will only be directed at the other three. Okay. And even so, if you get a Cody Nicole final two, Cody wins anyways. Yeah, they're all going to be PO'd at Nicole, but Cody would win even if they weren't.
Okay. Apparently, we have a live feed update from Anne Jean in TV Code Chat. Says, apparently Frenzel just told Cody and Enzo that if they would rather Christmas go this week, she is fine with it.
With Christmas, I think Memphis is the better one to go than Memphis, simply because Memphis is a bigger threat for your final, for your spiderweb. There's not the spiderweb anymore, but the quiz on the season comp.
Well,
been a day's comp recently.
First of all, I think that is very smart on Nicole's part, because she is now allowing that blame to be spread out. In other words, if Memphis ends up being mad about this and she makes it to final two and his question is anything regarding that, she can say, I didn't have a vote, Cody and Enzo did. And when I asked, I told them they could do whatever they wanted. They chose you, not me. That could win her a Memphis vote.
I'm so disappointed. We already know Memphis is going to be bitter.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed if that's the case. It will be the case. You're right. I feel like he should be better than that, and I'm disappointed we already know he won't be.
I see YouTube saying, oh, see Nicole, she's already helping Cody's game and not her own.
Yeah. What else is new?
What else is new indeed? Okay, let's do like 2 more questions before we wrap it up. Is there any way that you think Christmas could win? Is there anybody who Christmas could sit next to that you think would guarantee her a win?
Memphis, but that's gone.
You think Christmas wins against Memphis?
There might be enough people who hate Memphis. It's possible. But that's a non-issue because they're on the block next to each other.
Oh, I don't know.
If there's anyone who Christmas beats, it's Memphis.
There's anyone who Christmas beat. Wow, I'm sorry, Steve. Chat does not agree with you. I do not agree with you.
Who do you think Christmas would have an easier time beating?
Nobody. Nobody.
Oh, what I'm saying is, no, you're missing the question. I'm saying if there's someone who Nicole, if we had to pick who Christmas is the best odds against, like we have to bet on someone to beat Christmas.
Oh, okay.
I put my money on Memphis.
I think she has a better chance against Nicole Frenzel. At this moment,
really?
At this moment right now, I think she has a better chance against Nicole Frenzel, for one. Based on the fact that I do not think Devon will let Nicole Frenzel win this game, and that Memphis has won more and done more in the game than Nicole Frenzel has.
I don't think Devon. I love Devon. She's my queen. She's my AFP vote. I don't think that she is going to have as much effect on spinning a jury against Frenzel as you're giving her credit for.
Oh, I think she will.
I'd love to be wrong, but
oh, I think she will. I can't wait to ask her.
I'm not saying she won't try. I'm saying I don't think Devon will be particularly effective at it.
You don't think that Devon will be able to get Kevin, David, and Danny to understand that they should not, well, maybe not Danny, but definitely Kevin and David to at least agree that they should not be voting for Nicole Frenzel?
David never been particularly interested in anything Davon had to say.
True.
And Kevin, I mean, he stood on his own 2 feet in 11, and I think he's going to want to be his own juror and show that he's his own person. So my answer to you is no, I don't. I don't think you'll be able to do that in jury.
I think 100% Devon, David, and Kevin vote as a block of 3, and they only need one more person to be anti-Frenzel, and she loses.
Could be.
I think without a doubt they're a block of 3.
Okay.
And you also, and even more specifically, let's just talk about Devon's vote in particular. If it was a Christmas and Nicole, Frenzel, Christmas told Devon about the vote low key and that she was really the target.
But that
Nicole did not.
That blow up Devon had was with, Devon never had a knockdown target with Frenzel. She only had it with Christmas.
However, the thing that Devon claims she cares the most about was who lied to my face when I went to you on a personal level, and Christmas was honest with her, and Nicole Frenzel wasn't.
Okay. Let's hope we don't for Christmas final too.
Well, we will see. We will see what happens. Soft in Vegas says, I agree with Eric. Kevin and David had never had any real convos or connections with Nicole, but they have with Christmas.
But so that would be on their own merit, not because Devon told them to.
Sure, that would be on their own, but I have a feeling Devon would also really make sure they go along with their own feelings.
Sure.
Oh my God, there were so many questions. I wanted to ask one more, but I don't know where it went. What does Annie says, what does Steve think about Christmas's and Memphis's plan to terrorize the jury members and remaining house guests? So I believe it was earlier today, they both said if they get voted out, like whoever gets voted out is going to go to the jury house and terrorize the jury to vote for the other one that remains in the house. And whoever remains in the house is just going to make their life miserable for the other people in the house.
You know, nothing's going to win a jury over more than being terrorized.
First of all, I would love to watch Memphis or Christmas try and terrorize Devon and Danny. Good luck.
That'd be funny.
Good luck. Devon will literally piss in your orange juice and make you like, oh my God, I would love it. Give me
I am uncomfortable by how oddly specific your suggestion of how Devon go about revenge would be.
Because I know how petty I would be in that situation. I'd be like, my God.
But you got way too specific.
Yeah.
You're in orange juice.
Yeah. Yeah. I would live for the situation where there were no more cameras around and I got to be alone with Memphis, who was trying to intimidate me. I'd be like, girl, I'm gay and I went through high school when there was no gay being out. Want to play the terrorized people game? Memphis? Okay, Steve. Steve, we have to wrap it up.
That's a shame.
It is a shame, but you know what? You know what, Steve?
Cody's going to win the season.
Cody's going to win the season. And
we can stop picking on Cody for taking Derek over Victoria. We can put an official end to that.
Right. We never have to hear that again.
Thank God.
Now, you know what else is good, Steve?
What else is good?
YRR patrons can go check out the cooking show with Comedy Jonah over in the patron group, which is starting in a few minutes.
Ooh,
but you know what else? You know what else is good?
My personality.
And what other show is on later tonight at 9 p.m.?
Jody and Friends!
Jody and Friends is on tonight.
And don't you dare say any other fake names of that show. It is Jody and Friends.
Jody and Friends that sit in armchairs and are considered all-stars.
Okay, that's what they do on Jody and Friends. On Jody and Friends, there are all-stars who sit in armchairs. I'm okay with that.
And guess who the guest is, Steve?
You?
Brennan.
Oh, Brendan?
Brennan.
I don't know Brennan.
Yes, you do. It's how Rachel says Brendan.
Oh, yes, Brendan.
And he's been like MIA for a while. So
the guy with a doctorate in physics from UCLA. Yes, I know him.
Out there curing cancer and doing the Lord's work and being an all-around great human.
I'm a fan. Well, physics isn't curing cancer, but doing other smart people things.
I was a real big, I mean, I still am, but I was a real big Brenton fan on that season. That's all. So you guys,
like people,
what?
I like people with doctorates in physics. I don't have one of those.
I like people with a swimmer's build and dark hair. So, here's the thing, everybody. You got Armchair All-Stars at 9 p.m., which I believe is everywhere. Jody and Friends. Which is airing everywhere where you're watching this, as well, of course, in the TV Co app, which is where they will be taking their questions from. It is with Matt Hoffman, Jody, Brennan, Rachel Swindler, Sam from last season. It really is a great show, so I hope you guys will check that out at 9 p.m. And we will see you guys on the next show. Nicole and I will be live for a watch party here tomorrow night.
I got something to shout out before we end.
Oh, okay. Well, can I just
I'm officially on Cameo. That's officially open. I'm only on Cameo until November 3rd. Oh. All proceeds go to the Joe Biden-Kamala Harris campaign.
Yay! All right, you guys go book down. What is your thing? Is it like cameo.com/Steve Moses?
Yep. It's also pinned on my Twitter, and every penny is being donated.
Oh, I love that, Steve. Okay, so tell people what your Twitter is.
I'm at Steve Moses Sound.
Okie dokie. So you guys can check it out there. You can tweet me if you need the link. You can ask me wherever you see me. That is a great thing. Go get some Steve cameos. For a great cause. Yes, for a great cause. And Nicole and I will be back tomorrow. However, it is a TV Co exclusive. We will not be broadcasting it everywhere. It will be just in the TV Co app. Nicole and myself watching Big Brother with you guys during the episode and chatting with all of you. So we hope to see you there in the TV Co app. Otherwise, Nicole and I will be back everywhere on Thursday after the episode.
Yay!
With Matt Iceman? Or is that next week? Either way, tune in to see who our guest is. We love you guys.
Yay! Bye, everyone.
We will see you all later. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends.